The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
And I'm ready to go crazy because the Celtics are going all the way.
Hey, Nick, go handle our light work.
Bowl games matter.
I would like a cold cut sandwich.
Attaboy, happen.
You can call him Eamon Owens because he ain't got no D and he ain't got no J.
James Madison.
Turn your body cams off. Do what you do.
Hey, everybody, what is going on? It is Tuesday night. That means it is time for another edition of Craft Brewed Sports. I am Mike. With me, as always, is Scott. Scott, how you feeling, man?
I am excited about my beer, man. It's not often that I say that, but I'm back on my sour shit, and I'm excited. How are you? How are you?
I'm good, man. I missed you guys last week. Thanks for holding it down. You guys did fantastic. The Chat GPT prompts worked very well for you. I'm pretty pumped. You guys put on a great show. It was good to watch and see. So thank you for holding it down. Sports weekend, how was it? Good sports weekend this weekend for you?
No, Braves lost 2 out of 3 to the Pirates, and they missed Skenes. Like, I don't know how that happened. Like, they were rolling, and then went into the weekend. We're like, oh, the Pirates, they suck. Let's drop 2 out of 3 to them, and only score like 5 the entire weekend. So, not a big fan. Not a big fan.
That's rough, man. Sorry to hear that.
What about you?
The Reds are the Reds. It's it is what it is. They score 20 runs and then they don't score any for like 44 straight innings. It's great.
Oh, Sunday they got hit up too. Yeah, I was paying attention to that with Houston.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun when you look at the run differential and you're like, this team should be better than they are. And then you're like, oh no, it's because they score in bunches and then don't score forever.
They do go on droughts.
Really awesome. But at least FCC won. So that was a good time. Dude, Saturday I was at a Cub Scout cookout with my Cub Scout camp out with my boys, and I'm watching the updates on my phone, and the Reds are up 10-0 in the first inning. And then
that game was wild.
I look a little bit later and I'm like, one dad's like, what's the score now? And I was like, it's 12-7. This is a game again. I can't believe it. It's going to be a long year, man. Mookie, how was your sports weekend, man?
Oh, it was another solid one. I mean, you mentioned it. FC had a great win on Saturday. Brandon Vazquez got his goal, which, don't like to see that, but still a class act guy. Can't say enough nice things about that non-striker DP for Austin FC. And look, man, it's hard to be mad when Fade the Chai Sox continues to pay dividends. So we're feeling good. We're feeling real good.
Wait, I thought you were on
but
the Rockies.
You're fading the Rockies because the Rockies are the
Oh, yeah, I'm doing that too, though. It's a lot to say. The Fade the Chai Sox and Rockies is going very well. I was expecting to get cut off at any point, too, so I just kept it simple. I have a new wrinkle, though. You want to hear the wrinkle?
I thought he was just going to make me stop talking. Yes, what's your new wrinkle?
So the two teams are so bad. I think they're a combined 17 and like 60 now, something like that. So on any day where they both play, following when one of them wins, I parlay them both to lose.
There you go.
Why not, right? Add a little extra juice, a little squeeze. There's no mathematical whatever. This is much more of a gut feel because they're technically independent events. So the odds of them happening are independent of one another. But, the way these vibes work out, the Rockies aren't going to win 2 in a row, or the Chai Sox aren't going to win 2 in a row. Might as well double up on the money, right?
Scott, does it bother you at all when Mookie says the Chai Sox instead of the Shy Sox? Because it's bugging me, and I can't figure out if that's just a me thing or if that's universal.
Yeah, no, it's bugging the shit out of me. But
okay.
What am I saying? What's it supposed to be?
Every time he said it, though, I see the word CHAI. Like every time, I'm like,
so what do you?
That's not what it is. This isn't T.
Chai Sox.
Shy. The city is Chicago. It's not Chicago. It's Chicago.
Chicago.
So they're not the Chicago White Sox.
Shy Sox.
Yes, the Shy.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Makes sense. Yeah, I see it.
Makes sense. Sure does.
I'm not going to argue on that point. Like, that's a losing position.
They dug deep for it. They took the first syllable.
What a dumb start to the show, everybody. Welcome in.
It can get dumber. We got to get to that grass update. Grass, dude. It took me 3 hours. 3 hours,
God, dude.
Yeah. even my neighbors commented on how long it took me to cut my grass. Like, they were like, "You out there a while, huh?" I'm like, I was, motherfucker. It was 3 hours. You saw me struggling. It sucked.
Did you bag it, or did you just go over it twice to like mulch up the clippings? How'd we handle the large?
Well, the reason it took me 3 hours is because, well, the backyard, I had to go over it 3 times in the middle. Yeah. It was that thick, man. It was that thick. When it rained for a week straight and I wasn't able to get to it, it hit 2 weeks in a day by the time I was finally able to get to it. I kept the stall out number 2 5 times. 5 times we stalled out 5.
That's not bad. Only 5 times.
It wasn't bad, and I was actually pretty good about catching it, but it wanted to happen more. There was a lot of elevation.
That's the worst when you feel it.
Oh, yeah, you know it, Gabe. You know it.
You got to pump that up and get that grass to spit out from underneath.
Yep.
So it's the worst feeling. 3 times around. You shouldn't have to cut your grass 3 times unless you own a Major League Baseball field. That should be the only time you have to do 3 passes in a lawn. That's crazy.
And here's the bad part. There was still there was still some clumps, still some dead clumps. I was like, man, I did everything I could to get rid of all of this shit, not having it. It was still there, man. Never again.
He says today, forward by ear. We all know we're going to be right back here because come on now, Tigers don't change the stripes.
Sure don't.
Nope. Because here's the thing: what's the incentive of not ending up back here next year, right? Like you're telling me you want me to cut it earlier? Like, get out of here, right? Like,
well, no, this wasn't my first cut of the year. It was just because of how much rain we got in between the time I was able to cut it from. It was actually the 4th time I cut the grass this year.
Damn,
but from the 3rd time to this 4th time, it was 2 weeks in a day, and I mean, it rained for damn near a week straight.
Whitey said,
"Yeah,
this is terrible. The city council won't let me torch."
Did you make it clear you're only going to torch your lawn?
I don't think that matters. All right, Scott, you're right. Weirder start to the show, even weirder than.
There you go.
Thank you for the old man.
You're welcome.
Then you went Maui on us. We got an even dumber show tonight than what you just sat through in these first 7 minutes and 58 seconds. Nico Harrison wins. He somehow wins after the Luka trade. And the Bulls are crushed. Bulls fans are crashing out. We got to talk about that. The NFL stole the NCAA's lunch money as they released part of their schedule. Also, I think the Chiefs are the new Lions. We'll talk about that. Scott, World Baseball Classic news. We got roster. We're going now, baby.
Hey, I got takes. We'll see.
Of course you do. And also, Scott's other big favorite story from the week: Michael Jordan back on NBA on NBC. So we'll talk about all of that plus tons more. Listen, we're gonna end up talking about.
Dude, you know what? To promo that, you know what they should have done? They should have sent out a 2-word fax.
Yeah.
No, he's back. Like NBC's out, he's back. That would have been the most baller way to have made that announcement. And you got to fax it too, so only 3 people would get it. Like
on FAME, just really go all in. Let's talk about these beers that we were drinking tonight. As always, we rate them on our Dog Caesar scale, dog or no dog. Scott, what's in your mug tonight that you're excited about, dog or no dog?
Well, I'm back to Urban Artifacts because I found another one that I haven't had yet, and the name of this is fantastic. It's called Giggle Mug. It has a ridiculous cartoon logo of it is a guy playing like a guitar and with the head of a sunshine on it, but it has grapefruit, passion fruit, vanilla bean, cinnamon, nutmeg, and honey. 8.3%. We're back on these sours. Oh, dude. It seriously tastes like one of those dull pineapple, where they just throw a bunch of fruit flavors at you, juice. And it's like the color of just pineapple juice, but it tastes like all of the flavors. Oh my God, it's so good. It's such a dog, dude. It's so good.
That sounds fantastic. Mookie, what are you drinking, dog or no dog?
Mine's a pup, because I heard Scott talking about this pre-show, and I feel like that's where I feel a little bit let down by mine, because it is called Tangerine Yum Yum. It is a tangerine Kolsch from Denver Beer Company, and it's fine. Like, it's fine. It just, there's no tartness, there's no sour. Like, it's just okay. Like, I wanted more.
Never good when you just get the it's fine.
It's fine. Yeah. It's the wind is out of my sails.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I mean, you're filing for divorce.
It's called Tangerine Yum Yum, man. Like, I expected at least a yum, but I got nothing.
Yum.
I got nothing. Zero yums.
No yums.
No yums.
You wanted at least one. It advertised
yum.
two when you got zero.
Right. It's a bummer. It's a bummer.
Let's see. Gabe is drinking Tandem, a double IPA, 8.5% ABV. From Crank Arm Brewing Company. What a name that is. He says
That's solid.
Dog. That bar is drinking grapefruit hibiscus cider from Potter's, 4.5% ABV. I forgot to make a beer run. It's like a friend's dog that doesn't like to get pet. It's there. That's famous, bro.
I'll tell you what. I'm glad I have my beer instead of Matt's, because that doesn't sound fine.
Joe Hall is in the comments saying, "Let's talk about Scott shutting the fuck up." That's wow.
Okay.
Strong opinion. Thanks.
Gabe was asking for an update on the map, and Joe responded with, "Mike hates me, so don't feel bad, Scott. We're all just catching strays here." It's weird that Mookie is the only one that's not catching a stray from Joe Hall in the comment section. Joe said he is having a Gatorade mashup, orange and lemon lime, 0% ABV. That sounds like
nice.
But is it a dog?
It sounds like it.
I was gonna say it sounds amazing. I've never mixed those, but I like both of them individually.
Yeah.
Oh.
Biscuit wants to know what would happen if Scott drank a solid stout.
Is that a thing?
Wait, is that a thing?
I don't know.
How could I feel like the two process don't work together exactly. But I could see a stout with like lime in it or something.
How would that work?
I'm not sure.
I mean,
ask the AI. It'll figure it out.
Mix them together. You could just kind of,
no, that sounds awful.
I don't know.
Are you trying to like?
Oh man, you get a cherry, dude. If you get a cherry sour and then a chocolate.
Well, you know what though? Yeah, that sour that I had, that was it was like the fruited sour, and it was almost like a they were trying to mimic just a smoothie. It was a smoothie sour. Yeah. Now that. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm thinking
that's how they brew it then. Like,
what if you do like a black and tan, but you do it, like cherry sour and chocolate stout?
Yeah, I mean, let's go back like 30 seconds to when I said that.
I was just gonna say, like, literally,
I wanted to say the thing I wanted to say, and I wasn't listening to what you were saying. Okay, that's how that works. All right. Because I was then reading Biscuit saying he Googled it.
Goddamn echo on this show tonight. I don't even know how to fix it. Joe said that they've got pre-mixed Gatorades now. They're
really? Does that count though? Does that still count as a mashup if you don't do it yourself?
Okay, here's the real question though, fellas. Joe Hall here, he's a cop, right? That's a co-op for saying orange and lemon lime. He went with flavors there, not colors.
Oh,
that's a co-op, right?
That's got to be.
Well, but he did say orange, so orange is also the color. So I mean, he's only half a co-op.
No, but he said lemon lime. You can't say color and fruit and flavor.
I mean, how do you know?
No, I know.
Maybe
he went.
Maybe he's not. Maybe he's into dyslexic co-op.
No. Dyslexic co-op. I am drinking. This is one that I was really excited about because if you remember, I did another half beer a while ago. Mookie can't hold it together.
Sorry, I'm just reading Joe in the comments. Oh, look, Mookie not paying attention. Shock. In other news, the sun rose. As I don't pay attention to what Mike's saying and read the comments more.
15 minutes in the show, Mookie's already.
It's going super well, man.
I had a beer from Other Half Brewing a couple weeks back, and I think it was Gabe in the comment mentioned the broccoli from them, and I pulled the trigger on one. I got it. Look at that chroma keying out. I got the broccoli by Other Half. It's a double dry hopped Imperial IPA. If I can find the ABV on this one, 7.9%. Look at how hazy that looks. Just absolutely delicious.
How many brushes?
Not that bad. It's maybe a double brush. Maybe.
Okay. All right.
For a double dry hop?
That's not even bad. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not mad about it.
In this economy, yeah, that's not bad.
With the economy?
Finishes very clean. Definitely a dog. Absolutely a dog. Let us know in the comments what you are drinking and whether or not it is a dog. Fellas, we're going to start this show off. We're right in the middle of baseball season. NBA playoffs are going on. Stanley Cup playoffs. Let's talk some football. All right. The NFL has asserted dominance once again. So we know they've come after the NBA. The NFL is taking over Christmas Day. But now with the expanded college playoffs, we are running into situations where NFL and college games are overlapping a little bit more. It used to be there was that time in December, that dead period in college football when the NFL was like, well, we'll play on Saturdays because we're going to do that. But then the college football playoffs expanded, and now they're playing into December, and there's some playoff games that happen on those Saturdays. And the question was going to be, what's the NFL going to do? Like, they couldn't do anything last year because the schedule was already set. But what do they do this year? You know what they do this year? They say, hey, NCAA, fuck you. Come take it from us. Because they
do it. Of course they did.
They scheduled 2 games on December 20th. It's going to be the Eagles at Commanders, which big game in the NFC. Like, that's a big game. And then they're also going to have the Packers at the Bears, which whatever about that one. But Eagles and Commanders is a big game. And that is on the same day as the college football quarterfinals triple header. So we're going to have 2 NFL games and 3 college football games on the same day. The NFL basically saying, try and take it from us. See what you can do. Scott, I want to know, is the NCAA the only organization that could challenge the NFL? We've seen everybody else crumble. The NFL owns them whenever they go up against them. But is college football, especially playoff college football, the only thing that could potentially dent the NFL here?
I think this is going to be one of those like 51-49 splits where the NFL actually like feels it. Like they're like, oh, like that got a little closer than we're used to. Like they challenge them. I do believe that the college football playoffs have become and will be during that time big enough because at the end of the day, these matchups, like, I mean, yeah, they'll be kind of big, but if you're not fans of those teams, there's a lot of teams that are eliminated by then. You're not watching these games. So I think that, if they're the only thing on, obviously NFL's sucking it all up. But I think people are going to be a little bit surprised when they see these numbers because I think college football they've got the gas to do this one. You know what? And I'm rooting for college football on this one. Fuck the NFL thinking they could just slap dick down on whatever day they want and just take it. Like, I hope that college football, like, I hope they pass them. But like I said, I think it's going to be like a 51-49 type split.
Mookie, how you feeling about it? You think the NCAA can take over here?
I think the problem is with college football, your fan bases are fractured. If you're an NFL fan, you're watching regardless of what team is playing. You know what I mean? But if Alabama's not in the game, Bama fans ain't watching. Like,
but it's the playoffs.
It is, but the casual
watching. This is the only time I'm tuning in for college football, like for these games, for games that otherwise don't mean anything to me. Like the playoffs are where I'm finally like locked in. I'm just the opposite. Like those NFL games don't mean shit to me. I don't care about those matchups.
Well, but see, Scott, like we all know, you are a rare breed, my friend. I feel like the average American swings the other way, where to them they'll take anything in the NFL unless their college team is on for football. And it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But like, I think also after those, like some of those top 3, 4, 5 schools with fan bases, there's just not enough staying power. And you're going to see the NFL continue to throw its weight around successfully. Like Look, every time this shit happens, I'm like, yeah, this is what they're gonna get got. You know, they're putting stuff on Amazon Prime streaming, and like, nope,
Bar with the
still
correct
works
take.
out. Wow. Yeah, that's a good take. Matt saying he thinks they're conspiring to divorce families as dads go to the bar to watch all of the games 5 days before Christmas. 5 days before Christmas, that's plenty of time to make up for. You got 4 whole days after that.
That's before shopping season starts.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Amazon delivers in 2 days, bro. Like, what are we doing?
get with it, man.
Come on.
Oh, man.
I do find it interesting that the NCAA is now put in this position only a year in, and they're talking about expanding their playoffs, which means we may see more of this than just
going to happen.
Week 16. But I did a quick Google search. Fox Sports reported that it's Week 16 single header last year, which ironically was the Commanders and Eagles, garnered 19.7 million viewers. So the NFL just absolutely they just own whatever they want. The NFL can just do whatever, whenever, and everybody's going to tune into it. Like,
they play in another fucking country and people still tune in and watch. Like, people won't watch college football that's on the West Coast, like, let alone in England. Are you kidding me? And here's the thing. I don't think the NFL or the NCAA, which, let's be frank, it's not actually the NCAA that's going head-to-head with the NFL. It's the CFP, right? So I wouldn't be shocked if they're all in bed together. The NFL is like, hey, man, y'all are going to take over for these NCAA lackeys at some point. Let's get ahead of this and start working things out to see the best way to schedule your playoffs and our playoffs.
Yeah, let's be real. It's probably like the NFL just running it like a mob boss. And
right.
Like, yeah, you can come in on our turf that day, but just know we're taking a cut.
Right, exactly.
Like you can come in on our turf, no problem. But guess what? You're going to pay. Like, there's some type of tribute being paid here.
There's a VIG that's on this. Listen, NCAA, you're a good earner. You're a good kid. We're going to let you stick around. But we're taking Saturday, December 20th. Okay, that's ours.
That's what I see here. Like that, so the NFL's like, yeah, do whatever. I mean, we're cashing out no matter what, baby. It's all money.
If we want it, we will come back and take it, but you can have it for
right.
Like,
yeah,
don't get twisted. Like at some
like
point
PR
in the future,
PR move for them. Like, look, we're sharing.
Right.
We allowed them to play the same day as us. Do you know how many other leagues we let that happen with? None.
Wasn't there like complaints about that last year? Like they were talking about taking it to Congress that the NFL was playing on a college football Saturday when college football games were going on. Because there's some type of antitrust thing where the NFL and the NCAA have an agreement that they don't compete on like the same days. So listen, all I'm saying is I don't think we've heard the last of this. I have a feeling they're going to get Tommy Tuberville to go up there in the Senate and be like, my God, we can't have the NFL competing against the NCAA. This is not for American people, blah, blah, blah. Also, don't pay them black kids. Like, there's going to be something like that. They're going to wrap it in with, like, how they control the NIL money. There will be something that those douchebags do to fight this. But I really do think this is just the beginning, fellas. This is just the beginning. Fucking Tommy Tuberville.
Yeah, I was just gonna let you ride that one out because I was like, we need more of this. Here's what I want to know: would Tommy Tuberville enlist Lou Holtz to help him pitch his side to Congress?
He absolutely would. Oh, by the way, I owe this for Matt Barr for last week. It's Shedeur Sanders slipped all the way to the 5th round. That's just crazy.
The slipped was so well put.
Oh man.
The only way it would have been better is if he slipped to the Saints.
And if it was the 6th round instead of the 5th. He slipped all the way to the 6th round and got drafted by the Saints.
We're looking for help now that Derek Carr has hung him up.
That's crazy. I can't believe Derek Carr just up and retired like that. That's wild to me. That man has fleeced so many organizations. I can't believe it.
Well, and so let me ask you this, because I heard them saying this shit on the radio today of Derek Carr retired now out of a sign of good faith for the Saints. When someone was like, he's going to be rehabbing anyways, why didn't he just stay on, get healed by the team, take the money, and then retire next year?
Because he's been cashing out for years. He's like, screw it. I'm done playing the game. I'm just gonna I'm done. Like,
I'm gonna leave 20 million on the table.
Eventually, you robbed enough banks that you're just like, I don't feel like doing this anymore. Like, I got to go through all the process of putting on a ski mask. Like, look, I'm out the game. I'm out the game. I've made enough off this.
It's too much now.
Derek Carr's wife took him to the building and was like, "Hey, look at this pallet of cash. When is enough enough?" And Derek Carr was like, "No, it's good. We're good."
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Storage facility is what my brain was trying to come up with. There was storage facility.
I was thinking hangar, but that works too. Yeah.
I knew where you were going. I knew what you meant once you got there, but yeah, I was wondering, and it's like, oh, we're healing it up. I got it.
The mouse was on the wheel. He was running really fast, but he couldn't quite get that one pulled up for me. All right. In other NFL news, NFL schedule news, they're releasing like portions of the schedule, right? Like little bits here and there before the teams unveil their full schedule.
As any good crack dealer does, just a free sample here and there.
The first taste is free.
It's just like the little bit. Let's stay in the news. What can we do today? Tell them who's playing on Christmas. We're like,
Christmas playing game.
But they did announce the Chiefs will be playing on Christmas again this year. Second year in a row that the Chiefs are going to be playing on Christmas. Fellas,
on opening NBA night?
Yes. When the NBA season opens, the Chiefs will once again be dominating, probably on a Netflix broadcast. So we get to see Mahomes and Travis Kelce wear those Santa robes again at the end of the game. We get to see Andy Reid dressed as Santa Claus in the locker room afterwards. Fellas, the Chiefs are the new Lions. I think this is.
Oh, they're going to put them on Christmas every year. Boo.
I think this is going to be the Chiefs thing because guys, listen to me. They were on Christmas last year. They're on Christmas this year. There was that Hallmark movie about Christmas and Chiefs fans finding love at Christmas. This is now part of the Chiefs brand, is to be the Christmas NFL team.
I bet they petition for that shit. Seriously, because if you can lock up being a holiday like that. Although I'm kind of surprised if the NFL is complicit in this, only because I would have figured that they learned their lesson from the Lions thing, because it's like, it's a good thing when the team is good and you have them locked in, but when they're bad and you're locked into showing them every year out of some type of tradition, like, so it's like, it's all fun and games while the Chiefs are fun to watch and, everybody, are fun to hate, whatever, like they'll get the ratings. But when the Chiefs tank, then are they going to be like, yeah, they're not really the Christmas team. We never really said that.
There's going to be 4 Hallmark movies by that time. They're going to be like, who, us? We never said they were their Christmas team. I know that's
a narrative that was pushed by the media. We never came out and said that the Chiefs were the Christmas team.
It'll end when Andy Reid stops being the head coach. Once they have a less Santa
at the helm,
that'll be when they ship him off.
When Mahomes is done, they're done.
Yeah,
that's the deal.
I feel like they're one and the same. Like those two are going out together.
I feel like Mahomes will outlast Reid. I'll say that.
You really think Mahomes only has like a couple years left? Because Andy Reid doesn't have that much longer left.
Yeah, Andy Reid's almost done.
Chiefs fans don't like Andy Reid. I don't know if you realize how little Chiefs fans like Andy Reid. They want him gone now.
Yeah, that's not happening though. Patrick will drag his ass across the finish line until Patrick is done. Like, that's his coach, man. He get that's the old ball coach. If he ends up being that
yeah, but Patrick is about his legacy too. Like, he's not just gonna hang him up in 3 years just because coach don't want to coach no more. Like, what?
What do you actually?
He's trying to become the greatest ever.
You got Patrick Mahomes standing up on the desk. Oh, captain, my captaining Andy Reid. He's getting off. Like,
yep, absolutely.
No,
yeah.
No,
Patrick, Patrick's gonna keep him around forever.
No, he's
Mark
got
my words,
dude. He has his sights set on
me.
Brady, 100%. He has his sights set on Brady, and he should. Like, he's the only one that like has a legit shot at this moment to be able to make that like a legit. I'm going to make that my goal, and it not seem crazy. So Andy Reid's not going to be around long enough for all that, but Mahomes will be playing long enough to attempt that. I can promise you that.
Biscuit saying Hallmark is making another Christmas movie about the Buffalo Bills. Whoever Hallmark makes a Christmas movie about should be the Christmas game.
I like
that. Seems fair enough.
I like that.
Feels like it'd be pretty easy to swap anyone in too. You just have to go.
Well, nobody's watching, and nobody's watching Jingle Bells in Jacksonville, so we don't have to worry about them ever being the Christmas team.
I don't know, Scott. That's a pretty good title. Like, you got me hooked.
Jacksonville is solid. That's such a hard.
Like,
hey! Also, there's your clip for the week.
Jingle Bells in Jacksonville. I was gonna try to come up with another one, but I wasn't topping that one. That's well done.
You walk off on that one.
All right. So, do we think this is good for the league to have a team that is like your holiday team? Like, you can always count on the Lions on Thanksgiving. You can always count on the Chiefs on Christmas. Like, is that the right way to go, or should this be something where everybody gets screwed and has to play on Christmas every couple of years?
No.
All right, I'll read it because I had to read it a couple times before I understood what Sarah was saying. And she said, will Damar Gamlin die in this Hallmark movie, come back from the dead, and find his true love? That's savage. That's so good.
Found love for 3.
Yikes, yo, get the camera off that one. I didn't see that shit coming. Not from Sarah. Woo.
Gabe said jingle balls and give him one, Mook. Give him one.
Yo, I'd watch that though.
Mark my words.
Yeah, Mookie said
Lock
at 8:39 p.m. Mark my words. Mookie, the same one who lock it in, Shador to the Jets, and they're going to the that did not happen at all. So
hey, we got a lot of offseason to get through still. Just saying.
Sure, buddy. Yep, that's what's going to happen. Shador is going to get released by the Browns, sign on with the Jets, and lead them to the playoffs. That's lock it in.
Or they could trade for him. He could get relegated to the practice. There's all kinds of stuff that can still happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Scott, I wanted to ask your thoughts about this pettiness ? It's definitely some funny business going on here, because another part of the schedule that came out is the week 1 game, first game of the year, Thursday night football. We got the Cowboys traveling to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. So that means Jerry Jones has to sit in the box in Philadelphia and watch the Eagles unfurl their Super Bowl banner for the first time in 2025. It's pretty solid, right? That's a pretty solid move by the NFL.
I love it. I didn't even think about that when I saw the matchup announced. It's like, oh, the Eagles. But am I wrong? Do they not do the Super Bowl rematch anymore? Was that a thing for a little while, or am I making that up? Like, is it just a thing for a little while? Yeah, okay. That's just like, so we just went away from that.
It was just for like a hot second though, too. Like it wasn't.
But that's what I'm
that
saying.
Well established.
Like going back to the question you asked, Mike, is it good to have I think that seriously, the NFL would rather not have it like locked in like that. Like having the lines on Thanksgiving, it's tradition, whatever. Like they'll live with it. But like I think they're better off, or they would prefer to have like flexible like rivalries or whatever it may be, or like set games. So that way, if the Patriots Patriots Colts pops off again, like that can be a thing where they ram it down our throats every Sunday night game for years in a row, and it becomes a tradition. And then like the Christmas game, it's whoever's like good for a window of time or whatever. But I don't think they want to be locked into just any old team. Of course, they'll probably swing dick and just be like, yeah, it doesn't even matter. We can lock ourselves into Jacksonville for every traditional game and still play that bitch and get all the ratings. So fuck it. Because that's how mafia bosses roll. They don't think anything else. It's like, yeah, we'll do what we want.
Just out here swinging dick.
Yeah, like we'll put Raiders Jacksonville on every single like prime time game, and the bitches will still come out and watch this shit. We'll still do record ratings. Like, what?
Scott's got Roger Goodell in his office going, yo, hey, yo, watch this shit. And then just go smack, and it's Jacksonville Christmas Day game.
Right, Jacksonville Raiders.
Like, yeah.
like what's the worst possible matchup? And they'll still watch they eat this shit up, bro. It doesn't matter what we do. We can kill somebody in the middle of Broadway and it won't matter. Oh, and also college football give us our tribute.
Mm-hmm.
You're a little light this week, college football. What's
going on, man?
No problem.
Man.
So speaking of being a little bit light, now this I don't know if you need the degenerate drop or not, but this week there was corporate earnings for both DraftKings and FanDuel, and they both said that their revenues were lower this last quarter because there was a very, quote, favorable climate for retail gamblers. Basically meaning they said NCAA March Madness was all chalk, so we lost a bunch of money. College football playoffs went the way of all the retail, the people betting, so we lost a bunch of money. They legit blamed people for betting well on why they didn't make money.
Yeah, I mean, what else are you gonna do? Like,
where are you gonna go?
That's exactly what they're gonna say. Like,
I just like it that an industry that props itself up on the house always wins is like, nah, man, this is proof we don't actually always win, man. Like, see, they did so well. Like, this is concrete evidence that the people, man, they're getting too good at this. Like, we're not gonna be able to feed our families here soon in Vegas, bro. Like we're gonna have to shut down. We're gonna go bankrupt here at DraftKings because people are just too good at this thing.
Hey, can we get Tommy Tuberville up in Senate to like talk about how we
can he cape for us, man? We're struggling out here.
We need like a bill or something that says like get rid of these if you've got a problem gambling numbers because like what's happening is people are stopping when they lose, where the winners keep betting. So like if we could get Senate to like remove that, we're gonna be fucking killing it. Okay, like. Can we do that? Is that cool? Like, Tommy, you got our back? And Tommy's like, you goddamn right, I got your back.
Kickbacks, baby.
Mike, you think you got this one? Sung by Lou.
You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. It's not as good as Lou. Like there's not enough.
I know that's pretty good. That was
good. That was good.
I'm gonna give it to you.
I mean, lyrically, it doesn't lend itself to Lou.
Well, right, but that's the thing. Like when you nail it as Lou, even when there's not a bunch of S's, it's also entertaining because it's just like, yeah, that's exactly how that motherfucker would sound if he said that shit. Like either way. In fact, you sound better than the real Lou. Like especially at this age.
Oh.
How has he not gotten a cabinet position yet? How the fuck is Lou Holtz not in the cabinet yet?
That's a great question.
Crazy to me. He deserves it. He should absolutely be in the cabinet at this point. All right, fellas. Football is weird. It's crazy. The NFL is just going to own everything forever, and we're all just going to bend over and take it. So let's talk some basketball. Boom shakalaka! All right, the big story in basketball, besides the playoffs, nobody really cares about the playoffs or cares about the Celtics about to be eliminated and the Cavs also about to be eliminated and the Warriors are drifting away because Steph Curry's hurt and he's not going to play and they're going to get eliminated. The craziness was the draft lottery this week because...
Oh, my God, that was great.
It was not great. It's rigged. It's completely rigged and it's... hate it, and all sports piss me off because if you don't know what happened, the draft lottery comes out now. The NBA will rank teams and they're weighted based on how they finished the year. The Dallas Mavericks had a 1.8% chance at getting the number one overall pick. The Dallas Mavericks, who you remember traded Luka Doncic to the Lakers in exchange for Anthony Davis. Fire Nico protests all around, people outside the stadium saying sell the team. The owner replying back, where are you going to go? Wait, sorry, conflating a couple stories there. Anyways, very upset about Nico. Fire Nico chants breaking out in other sports. Like there was other sports where they were firing Nico in the stands, and they get the number 1 pick. And Nico Harrison is golden god. He's saved. Everything is fine now. And it's rigged. This is absolutely rigged. Like there is no doubt in my mind that this is a frozen ping pong ball. The the Mavs did not deserve this. Scott, are we like we've got the frozen envelope conspiracy theory, we've got the LeBron James coming home conspiracy theory. This is just another of evidence that the NBA is making this whole thing up.
Yeah, the LeBron one made it super obvious. This just cements that shit. Like I mean, after not only that, like they're still. What happened to them being pissed about the fact that they believe that he's trying to gut the team so he can move him to Las Vegas? Like, because if that theory is correct, this also like really pushes that agenda, because I feel like it's a pretty good way to market an incoming team in Vegas if you have a number 1 overall pick that sort of shows up, right? Like, so, you know, I'd be really careful what you wish for there, Dallas, because you might have just had your fate sealed with this move is what I'm thinking. Like, I don't know.
Mook, I saw a reaction from you there as Scott was saying that. Your ears perked up.
I'm for all of this. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, if this is rigged, who cares? Like, it's awesome.
People who bet on it, you gotta have the integrity of the draft.
Hey, look. Oh, hold on. If you're betting on the NBA draft lottery, I'm not saying you have a problem, but you just have to be aware that that's just like betting on WrestleMania.
Okay, so how much did you lose on the draft lottery?
I totally forgot it was happening, so none.
But let the record show, Your Honor, the only reason is he didn't lose any money is because he forgot that it was occurring, not because he has self-control.
Well, because it was literally one of those things where I remembered it last night, and I was like, "Oh shit, what are the Pistons odds?" I was like, "Oh wait, they made the playoffs, dude. That's super cool." And then I just turned it off until
wasn't it this time last year when you were like all in on the Pistons?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, because obviously.
Last
year I was beating the Pistons.
The playoffs, woo!
They did that. Detroit basketball, baby. It was sweet for those.
We're back.
Yeah, those 5 games, man. Oh, it was beautiful.
Oh my
It's
God.
crazy that the Mavs got this pick, though, fellas, because they made the play-in tournament. They were in the play-in tournament and lost, which gave them a chance at the lottery. Them and the Bulls actually finished with the exact same record this year, and they both went out in their play-in games. So the NBA had to do what the NBA has to do to break this tie, and it was a coin flip. And Chicago won the coin flip. Dallas won the coin flip, so Dallas gets the 11th best odds. The Bulls get the 12th best odds. So Dallas gets 1.8%. The Bulls get whatever the next step down is. Dallas gets the first pick. The Chicago Bulls legit lost Cooper Flagg and the first pick of the NBA draft on a coin flip. That is a kick to the nuts, fellas. And Bulls fans are crashing out all over social media. They are like, we're cursed. This is what we get. This is like unbelievable. That
get the fuck out of here. Cursed. How are you going to be cursed when just 3 days ago your hero was brought back and will revitalize the entire NBA like it's never been brought to life before? Like, the cursed, please.
I don't know, man. Like, what have the Bulls done for me lately? Like, where have the Bulls been since Jordan retired? Because I'm starting to think there might be a Michael Jordan curse on the Chicago team.
Man, they had Derek Rose. That was good. They had a number 1 overall pick. They brought their hometown hero home. See, that was another one that was like mini rigged. It was like, hey, the Chicago kid coming back home, Chicago's number 1 pick. Like, it wasn't as high profile it wasn't a LeBron James type rigging, but there was a little mini rig.
Something.
Yeah, a little mini rig.
Recent. Yeah. Something.
I like how you go, the organization isn't cursed. They got Derek Rose.
No, you caught that. I mean, it didn't work out, but I mean, they got the kid, they got the Chicago, they got
it was a fun little bit.
The shy town, the
Chai
town, the Chai kid,
the Tribals. I will say I'm intrigued to see what this looks like, though, because you're going to have Anthony Davis, Cooper Flagg, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, and a fifth guy.
Wait, hold on a second, though. Back up, just before we get to that, the whole idea of that. So, is this because I haven't paid attention to fucking the only reason I know about Cooper Flagg is what we've talked about here in the last couple of weeks, but. Is the drop off from number 1 to number 2 monumental? Is it one of those oh, you get the beauty queen or the fat chick? It's there's no in between. Is it one of those years?
It feels like it just based on the fact that all anybody has talked about is
Cooper Flagg. Yeah,
I
feel like that. It was but I'm like, some years are worse off. On that than others, where you're just hey, I mean, in 2003, it's yeah, LeBron, but I mean, you did have Carmelo and D Wade, and you had some other dudes and then there's been other ones where it's oh yeah, there's the guy, and that's it.
It goes from the ESPN mock draft that I'm seeing, which, by the way, we almost had the real rigged conspiracy theory that we all thought was going to happen because the number 2 pick is the San Antonio Spurs. So it came really close to the Spurs getting Flagg to pair with Wembanyama to bookend Pop's career, like we called on this show. The potential that they were going to tank and get that pick. Oh, I wanted it so bad. But anyways, the ESPN mock draft has Dylan Harper from Rutgers as the number 2 pick. So yeah, a little bit of a drop off.
Well, yeah,
one at number 2.
From Flagg to Jag. Got it.
Hold on.
I understand why Chicago's pissed now.
They're even worse. They're at number 12. They're they
didn't get number 2. Oh, geez.
No, Chicago had their odds of the top pick were 1.5 or something like that.
Oh, okay. So it was just that I got you. All right.
So if they're projecting saying that if we had Dallas's odds,
okay, I got
that would have been our pick. But no, they got the 12th pick in the draft, so they are just mediocrity.
Why does the NBA draft bother? Why does the NBA bother drafting after 10? Honestly,
that's a good point, Mook.
Do they even have a second round anymore?
Yeah, they still have the second round. Well, but I mean, man, if you aren't taken in the top 25, it's just almost no shot.
Right. Just go to the G League straight out of high school and call it a wash. Right.
Scott, Gabe saying Ron Harper's son is not a Jag.
Oh, is that who that guy is?
Oh,
why is he in Rutgers though?
I honestly, I heard Rutgers and I just assumed Jag. Not gonna lie.
Race card.
Now what? Race card?
I didn't pull that.
That's discriminating against Scarlet Knight.
I didn't pull that card at all.
I'm wait a minute. That has nothing to do with race.
Discriminating against Scarlet Knights is a very
Rutgers,
serious offense.
He must not be that good. There's no way Rutgers recruited the number 2 NBA draft guy. What?
Well, Gabe rightfully pointing out before we get to Matt Barr's comment there, NIL. That's why Rutgers has Ron.
I mean, but that's one of those schools that even still, I'd be are they a powerhouse? Does Rutgers have that much money to pull in the second best guy in the country?
Right.
That's still news to me.
Or you know what it is?
Rick Pitino, yeah, they got the money. They got the money.
Rick Pitino's at Rutgers?
No, he's St. John's. Sorry, I mixed.
Yeah, I was wait a minute,
okay.
What?
Wait, who
is Rutgers coach?
What's that?
Who's Rutgers coach? Because it'll make more sense if it's a name brand coach, that I'm just not thinking of.
I feel like the fact we don't know who it is says it's not named.
No, because the college coaches shuffle enough that I'm oh, such and such ended up there. When did that happen?
Who's Xavier's coach?
Exactly.
Pitino.
What's
Little Pitino.
What's his name?
Little Pitino.
Oh, okay. We don't care. Got it.
Little P.
I was gonna say I can't remember.
John Loughran is
okay. See, so nothing about that suggested that the guy who was getting drafted number 2, I would be oh, he's a baller.
Rutgers. Wait, hold on. That's the funniest fucking thing I've ever done. I searched Rutgers basketball coach, and the Google search rankings had Rutgers Newark above Rutgers University.
Damn.
Oh, so that was the high school coach?
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Wait, so
Okay.
so who does coach the college? Yikes.
I'm trying to find it.
But I'm supposed to assume that they've got a lot of NIL money, right? They can't even out Google a high school.
Steve Pickell. Pikiell. Pickle.
Steve. It's Steve.
Some guy I've never heard of. Got it.
Steve Pickle.
Steve Pickle. Thank you, Gabe.
Steve Pickle.
He's even got the pronunciation. Pikel.
I was thinking it was Piquel.
Speaking of mob guys,
like Urkel, like Stefan Urkel, like we got Piquel.
did you guys know that James Gandolfini went to Rutgers?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Hit the rainbow.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? Just because.
Un, dos, tres, cuatro. Ding, 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 ding.
Which, speaking of which, my guy Caesar, I love you, man, and I'm really sorry about the way the C's season is coming to a screeching fucking halt, man.
Brutal, man.
Dude, I heard Jason Tatum went down last night. I was like, fuck, well, there goes their series. And then I saw today he got Achilles surgery, and I was like, oh, shit. Like, they might be scrapping for a playoff spot next year.
It's not going to be good, which is funny because let's go back real quick to the Mavericks, because you pointed out, like, Anthony Davis, Cooper
That lineup
Flagg,
could be stacked.
Kyrie is out till like March of next year. Like he's going to be hurt.
Is he
That's only a couple months after the season starts. He'll be fine.
That's true. Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, he'll only be what? Is
He's not
that 3
missing
months
that
late?
much.
Yeah. He'll be. You know what? He won't have to worry about load management.
After we watch the Chiefs Christmas Miracle, then
Right.
All right. Yeah.
Right.
It's St. Patrick's Day. He's back by St. Patty's Day. That's great.
He's missing like a third of the season. He'll be fine.
There is rumors that they're going to trade Anthony Davis or try to trade Anthony Davis.
What? I thought they targeted him in the Luka.
They did. They got.
No, I know they targeted him. That's what they wanted. They went after him hard, so they could trade him again.
Well, you gotta find your assets where you can.
What's crazy is Nico was up here saying we got a 3-year window, that Luka wasn't going to work because we got a 3-year window, and now he's got Cooper Flagg, and it's like, okay, you really do have a 3-year window now. What are you going to do to make, because Cooper Flagg on the Mavs right now doesn't take him from like a 10 seed to a contender. It takes him to like a 10 seed to like a 5 seed, maybe, like where they might be able to make some noise, but they're not better than OKC. They're not better than a healthy Celtics team. Like, they're a team. They're decent, but they're not championship contenders. So what do you do that? Like, then it does become like, well, if this really is a 3-year plan, you got to start moving some of these guys and getting better pieces. Giannis? Did they go after Giannis?
I heard that's their play. They're going to make a push for Giannis, but
Keep Giannis out of LA. Keep Giannis out of LA.
send him to Detroit. That's what I heard today.
That's fine. You heard what I
Giannis
said.
should be a
Keep
Piston.
him out of LA. I don't care what we got to do. Keep Giannis out of LA. That's the hashtag.
What if he goes to the Clippers, though?
That's fine.
Yeah, all right.
Just to keep him not out of LA. Giannis.
Keep him out of the real LA team. Keep him out of the real LA team.
That's a long ass hashtag. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna catch. That's not gonna catch.
So that's why we just shortened it to keep him out of LA. Like, if the Clippers got to suffer, if the Clippers are just, they're just collateral damage in the whole thing, just like every day. That's just their franchise. They're just collateral damage.
The team that did better in LA this year, they're the ones.
Okay, yeah, all right. Let's count up how many years they've done better. I'll wait.
I'm trying to give you the Laker hater the out. Like you.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's undeniable though that the Lakers, as much as I hate them, they're the team in LA. Yes, obviously I don't care if it goes to Clippers, but if the Clippers have to suffer, whatever. We just got to keep Giannis out of LA. Period, and we know what that means. purple and yellow.
What if it means LeBron is also out of LA? So like Giannis comes to LA.
See, I don't care. Oh, LeBron's old as shit, and he's clearly can't do it by himself anymore. So he's not a threat. Hey,
he's got Luka now, man. That's
what I thought he wanted to retire. He wanted to retire in LA. That was the plan, right? Like, or is he going to do the whole going home one more time? We got to go back to the Cavs and hijack their success one more time.
This team's getting pretty good over here in Cleveland. I gotta go in there.
I gotta, it all started here in Akron. I gotta go back home and finish this thing and wrap it all up. Hey, look at the Hells. They happen to be good. Ooh, no.
I don't know, man. I feel like
I don't like that Donovan Mitchell's getting all this shine. You gotta get rid of Mitchell.
The GM's got to trade his ass. Like the
guys,
GM, not me. I don't control things. The GM's got to trade.
The Cavs are fine. The Cavs are doing just fine without LeBron because they are now down 6 in Game 5 at home. I'm sorry, down 8 with 3 minutes left in the third after being up by 24 points in the second quarter. So they're crashing out of the NBA playoffs just fine with LeBron. They don't need him to run that back.
Absolutely brutal loss in Indy in Game 4, man. When they gave up 80 in the first half and more than doubled up.
How do they not run rule them? Like, where's the mercy rule there? Where it's just like, you know what, fuck it, just call it a wrap. You know what I mean? Just, oh my god, because they never got what it ended up being only a 20-something point loss, which you got to give them credit. They outscored the Pacers by 20-something points in the second half. That's pretty good second half of basketball. Just happened to follow a historically bad first half.
Unbelievable.
I had to read the headline 3 times to realize what the fuck it was saying. It says like they scored 45 points in a half, like big deal. Like that's actually pretty low. And then I realized it was a 45-point deficit.
Yeah, Cleveland notoriously has they've got a thing on their scoreboards in the stadium, the Diff, where
the Diff,
the difference in the score. I only wished that game was played in Cleveland just so that they would turn off the Diff.
I was going to say they would have to.
They don't run that, right? If you're down 40 in the first half, you're turning off the Diff, right? That's not staying on the scoreboard. Okay, so the fact that it happened in Indy was the only thing that I was disappointed in. I really wish that where the stories would have been, the Cavs turn off the Diff after going down 40 in the first.
What I want to know with how much of a mash unit Cleveland is, who is Halliburton's dad going to talk shit to after the series?
Nobody.
Who's left?
They've dominated the series, so Halliburton's dad's not going to talk shit to anybody. He doesn't have to.
I don't think he had to against the Bucks either, but hey, he went for it.
That was at least yeah, you're right. Good. We'll see it, man. Like, come on, man. I got nothing. My man came out and got nose to nose with Giannis. That's fucking crazy. That dude is crazy.
Right after they won it 4-1 in the series, like, bro,
that's wild. Scott, your boy's back though. We talked about it at the top of the show. NBA on NBC has signed a deal with Michael Jordan to be some type of special correspondent. Like it's one of those things where they don't reveal exactly what he's going to do, but he's part of the team. So my question for you, how big of a role is Jordan going to play in NBA on NBC? And then 2, what personal slights is he going to take as motivation to talk shit during his first broadcast?
I have a feeling that it'll start off as like a small role, and that's why they kind of just left it kind of vague with the correspondent thing. Like it'll start off small, but Mike's ego gonna take over like 2 or 3 shows in, and by the end of the season, it'll probably be the whole thing. And I gotta tell you, I don't have Peacock. Whatever I need, I'm gonna get. Like if I need a Peacock subscription, I'll take 2. It doesn't matter. I'm going to watch it. This is going to be the most watched pregame, postgame. If you got Mike, I'm here for it. I am of the age that member berries and nostalgia sell. And what better way than to get the man I named my firstborn after? I don't give a fuck. Like whatever Mike could just read he could read the headlines on the internet. Whatever. I'm watching.
I'd actually love to watch him read the headlines on the internet too. I think that'd be hilarious.
I-
Like he'd have because he'd editorialize a little bit. Like he wouldn't read the article either, and that's the best part.
Oh, Mike's not reading articles.
No, Mike's not reading no
There's
articles.
He's reading the headlines and moving on.
Yeah.
Tyson with the great question though, Scott. Why would MJ do this? Why?
I'm not gonna lie. When the text came across, I was like, "Oh shit!" And then also like, but why? Like, why now? Like, he seems like he's kind of shunned this type of like attention. Like, he hasn't like avoided the spotlight since he left the league. I mean, you know, being an owner, all that, but he doesn't seem like he's like necessarily like sought it out in his post career. So I don't know. Like, it seems weird, and I don't know if there's some type of angle that I'm missing, but I don't give a shit. Like, I mean, again, it's Mike, dog. I'm there. Like, I don't give a fuck. He can just read a list of grievances every episode, and I'm like, hey, Mike, hey, if you made the list this week, you ain't shit. Just say no. Like Mike's list of grievances for this week. I am fucking there. Like, let's make this happen.
Mookie, you liked Tank's comment there?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, Tank's saying he hopes he gives him a pregame segment with a craps table. Like that would be wonderful.
Yeah, like let's like Mike have a gambling.
How red
segment.
are his eyes going to be from the tequila that he's chugging before he gets on air? Like Mike is going to be out of it, right? Like this,
Dude, it's
it's
gonna be
going to
awesome.
be that picture of him walking with like that smile on his face and the super red eyes. Like Mike's going to be.
Well, and if they
He's
get
gonna be
him
mad.
like on set or like he's like talking back and forth with folks, you know he's not gonna give no fucks. Like like Mike is gonna be Mike, and so that's where this is gonna.
So
be
actually,
great,
I've
man.
got some questions.
I can't wait.
So is he live on air or are they pre-recorded?
We don't know.
segment?
We have no idea. That's the
Oh,
thing.
shit.
They haven't like specified what the role is. It's just like he's gonna be on TV, and that's it. That's all they need to do.
That's
for
all.
me.
It's true.
Like,
That's all we need to know. That's it.
I'm
yeah.
gonna tune in, and he's gonna just be on the credits like waving. I'm like, oh damn, that was fucking awesome. Yo.
That was
Like you
beautiful.
see, Mike, he's back. Yo, he's fucking back.
I can't wait for
No
next
way.
week.
I just realized, fellas, this is why Jordan did this. This is why Michael Jordan agreed to do this. There are far too many kids who are out here saying that LeBron is better than Jordan, that LeBron is the GOAT and Jordan is not the GOAT, and blah, 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 and you played so long ago. If Jordan signs with NBA on NBC, then inevitably we are going to be getting Jordan highlights leading into whatever segment he does. So a whole new generation of kids who haven't really taken the time to watch Michael Jordan play are now going to see Jordan highlights every single day before an NBA game, and they're going to rethink their position. This is Mike taking back the GOAT from the young generation, the GOAT conversation back to him from these young kids.
Hey, look, we live in an era of propaganda. Might as well benefit off of it. Mike's gonna spin his own wheels, baby.
I'm just wondering though. These kids are gonna be like, why is he laying up so much?
What?
Like, no, what?
I'm just thinking the hand switch layup one, that go to that he's always going up at the right. Then he lays
Oh,
up
you
the
mean
left.
the one highlight of him where mid-hair he switches hands? The one not layup highlight, like
Yeah. How about when he jumps from the free throw line and dumps? Like,
tread lightly, my man, with your layup comment. Like, what was that backdoor blasphemy? Just settle down. You
man dunk from half court with three giants holding him back. All right. That dude's arm extended all the way
That's
out.
true.
Dunk it.
like he's got the career highlight package of BJ Armstrong. Like, come on now. Oh yeah, when they see all these layups, like what?
You know what they say about Michael Jordan, king of the finger roll. That's what he was.
Yeah, I mean, right? He basically invented the finger roll, the modern day finger roll. You can't deny that.
Man got buckets off the glass.
It's got like so disgusting.
Nobody called bank like Jordan on those layups, baby.
I feel like I just got hit with the nobody puts a baby in the corner from Scott.
Jordan on the breakaway, and he'll lay it in. There he is, the king of layups, folks, what you all came to see. Mike spins another.
They don't call him Air Jordan for nothing because there is a lot of air between his hand and the rim, and he lays that ball in.
Oh. Oh my God! Thank you, Mookie. Oh shit!
It's literally what I'm here for.
Oh my God!
Oh, shit.
I mean, he did have some sweet layups though. Like, be real, come on. Like that.
Yeah, but it's like it doesn't dominate the highlight package. Like
you literally said that one layup that he always did where he switches, and it's just one highlight that you've seen a million times that you think he did it so many times. Like that's not
that could be true too. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
That's enough basketball. Let's go ahead and talk some baseball.
Here's the pitch. Oh shit.
Scott, we've got minor league madness. Before we get to that, though, I want your thoughts on Paul Skenes. It was announced that Paul Skenes has joined Team USA for the World Baseball Classic in 2026. So we've got Aaron Judge as the captain. We've got Paul Skenes as our starting pitcher. What else more do we need, man? Like this is our tournament. It's happening. Skenes signing on means you got Livy Dunn coming to the tournament. You got all that attention as well. Sign me up.
And yet I want more. Like this is where you wanted to go, right? Like when the World Baseball Classic became a thing, like Team USA, there was big names, but there are a lot of like aging guys and guys that you're just like, okay, like they're kind of past their prime, and none of the like current big names were like involved. It was, and then like once those guys kind of faded out, you had like the kind of step down from tier superstar guys, like still really good, and we won titles. We won the title with guys that were really good. But we've always envisioned having like the best on the field, and this is the ultimate. I don't want to hear a GD thing from any of these guys. Skenes and Judge signed up. Every single guy I want to see on that field. Bobby Witt, get your ass there. Gunnar Henderson, like every big name USA guy should be running to sign up for this now that they've got these two guys locked in. Like, and that's what you want from this tournament. Like every other team, and the reason Japan has been able to win 2 out of 3 of these things is because they get every single best guy that they have in their country playing for the team. Like they don't hold back. There isn't any, we're worried about these contracts. Like this is what USA needs to do to promote the game and, and put the best out on the field. Like I absolutely love this. So I'm hoping this means that we get, Spencer Strider, like, Green out there, Hunter Green, pitching like in a rotation together. Like we should have the biggest name stars, like, and we should dominate. Like it should be penciled in that it's going to be Japan and USA again for this championship. And on paper, like we should have the upper hand if we get our best guys to go at every position.
We've got a very, very necessary question in the chat here, Scott. Gabe wants to know, he says, we need the top 3 wags from Team USA. For those of you who don't know, Mookie, I see the blank stare in your eyes. Wife and girlfriend.
Oh, I know what that is.
Okay, just checking.
But isn't part of the problem that only Skenes and Aaron Judge have said they're playing, so you only have 2 options?
We can go through the potential American players and determine. I don't know off the top of my head, Scott. The only one
I don't. The only one I know is Livy. Like I mean, I don't like. I'm not super familiar with baseball players' wives and girlfriends. Like I've seen a lot of them, like on like for the All-Star game, and they bring everybody out on the red carpet and all that. Like I've seen a lot of the wives and girlfriends, but I mean. A lot of the thing about baseball players is a lot of them end up marrying high school sweethearts. So it's like chicks they've been with forever. And I mean, from the standpoint of like different than other sports where they're, dating celebrities, it's like they're just regular ass people that these, baseball players are dating in a lot of cases.
So are you saying that wags are basically jags?
No, I'm not saying that. It's just that they just don't have celebrity status. They tend not to, and like for baseball players, like baseball players are not dating a lot of celebrities like in other sports.
Some of them have celebrity status. I'm looking at you, Dallas Latos. That was a celebrity.
Yeah, that was something, all right. Yeah, she was batshit crazy. Even was Chris Benson's wife, also another all-time favorite. There it is. Barnos. Anna Benson was a fucking piece of work, baby.
Gabe wants this as a segment on Backwards K.
It's not a bad idea.
Got to get in there and do some research, though. Got to do the work.
I feel like it'll get us canceled, though. It's like, yes, I was just judging women. I feel like it doesn't add longevity to a show. In 2025, like,
you can't get canceled if you don't make it, though.
Judging the wives and girlfriends of players that are making a bunch of money and living the life we wish we could. Oh yeah, that'll get people to listen to the show.
Tune in this week. We're doing Smash or Pass on USA Wags, Backwards K Baseball.
Well, see, that's where you start off with lawn mowing, and then you build up to what was it, hot or not? Then you build up to that later.
Hey, you guys remember how the Facebook started? We're doing that with baseball wives and girlfriends. This week on Backwards K.
I feel like it would sell, just not in 2025. Like, we're like, about 30 years too late for that to just be a really hot thing.
Fellas, do you realize how great our podcast and this show would have been if we had it in the 90s? We would have fucking killed it, man. This is so...
But we'd have been canceled about 20 years ago, too. So there's that.
That's a gray area. Listen, we're not going to debate the hotness of women and wives and girlfriends on this show, but we
don't want to get canceled.
Correct. But what we are going to debate is the hotness of some minor league baseball uniforms, because boys, we got two amazing ones this week.
Dude, these are bangers.
This might be the jerseys of jerseys. We might have to shut it down and say that it's over.
That's why I said it's a wrap now.
There is nothing that is going to come up and beat this one. Let me get this pulled up here for us, because the Rocket City Trash Pandas already.
Oh my God, it's the Trash Pandas? I missed that part.
Already great name, great logo.
All-timer.
Just fantastic. When you think minor league baseball, you think Rocket City Trash Pandas, you think Fort Wayne Tin Caps. Like those are the iconic ones, right? Akron Rubber Ducks. Well, the Trash Pandas have unveiled two new alternate identities that are going to take place during a weekend in June, where they're also having like a barbecue cook-off. The Bama Butts and the Alabama White Sauce.
Yeah.
Fellas, this is it. These are absolutely amazing. Audio only audience. The Bama Butts, the logo is a pig with his ass hanging out of a pair of overalls with like the tail,
the curly Q tail.
Curly Q tail showing, and he's chewing on some straw, and he's got a big old red cowboy hat on. And then the White Sauce is a nerdy looking container that looks like it jizzed itself. Like this is a fantastic logo, fellas. All around. Yeah. I can't get over how amazing these two are. Fire for both, without a doubt.
This just makes me excited for barbecue. Because like those two dudes clearly know barbecue too, by the way.
Absolutely. You're just glossing over the White Sauce, though, Mook.
I do love
past that one.
Well, hey, look. Sometimes you want some white sauce. You got.
I'm not. I mean, gun to head. If you could only choose one, it's the White Sauce, hands down. I mean, I'm already a big fan of red and black as a color scheme, but I mean, it says White Sauce, and the eye is.
I was going to say the bottle
is the bottle, and it just looks like it's jizzing. I mean, they're leaning into it. I love it. Like,
they went all in.
Yeah, this is the absolute fire.
Yeah. Why isn't the black guy wearing the white sauce? No bunnies for life.
Hell yeah.
And then Biscuit said, I like Bama Butts and I cannot lie. Dude, both of these are, they're so good. I got so excited when I saw these. Where do we put these? Now, we've seen some really good alternate identities this year, fellas. We have seen teams come in with just unbelievable logos, unbelievable designs, great team names. Where do we rank the Bama Butts and the Alabama?
Put up Tank's comment. The white sauce is creaming the butts tonight.
Yep.
I like that I heard you click and miss at first, Mook.
Oh, that's good, Tank. Thank you for that one. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because that's it, man. Like, this is a wrap. What beats these? Which one could even? I mean, there would be some close calls and duels, but
honestly, I think
them.
I think every year brings its own fire. Like I think each year there's something unique that comes out that you're just like, damn, man, that's really good. Like, I don't know what's happening. Like, and then the next year there's something equally as cool. Like, that's the thing about this. Like, this is expanded and grown. Like, This is the anti-City Connect. Like, City Connect keeps getting shittier as it goes on. And these alternate identities and alternate logos that all these teams are doing in the minor leagues, it's only getting better. Like, they're trying to one-up each other. I mean, I can't wait to see what they do next year. Like,
put him back up there again too, because like
they should have an award show for this thing. Really?
Why? Why is that not a thing?
Like, there should be an alternate
too.
identity of the year award.
I'm a little disappointed the guys are looking up because you don't get a great shot at the hat, but I'm pretty sure that hat is sick as fuck too because it's just got the sauce
logo.
container squirting.
Yeah, it's the character on the
hat. Like, I mean, these are top to bottom. Again, not that we want to ever bring City Connect close to these designers, but like, how does City Connect people get it so wrong and these guys are so right?
Guys, we've got some great comments here because Matt Barr said, I did not have a sauce bottle vinegar strokes logo on my bingo card. Biscuit said, I hope to God the white sauce has a Little Debbie cream pie night where the first five.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
And Gabe, he's pointing out correctly, the Booty Divers are top 3. Booty Divers.
I thought they pulled those.
They did. No, not the Booty Divers.
No, the Gold Diggers.
Gold Diggers.
Right.
Which, I mean, I still maintain that's the best one. We were deprived of the best one just because.
Oh, I don't know about that.
There's some we haven't talked about.
The Diggers!
We haven't even gotten to. Yeah, the Gold Diggers is.
The Diggers! Hard R.
This one was one that came out that we didn't get a chance to talk about. El Paso.
Oh, I missed this one.
Makers.
And
it's
boot makers.
The boot makers, and it's a boot like chewing on needles, and he's got like some.
And he's in a batting stance.
Yeah, using needles like a bat, and it's got.
I love it.
This is pretty solid. Nowhere near the butts or the white sauce though, right?
It's okay.
White sauce.
It's okay. I get it. It's local lore or industry.
I like the logo more. Like the name actually kind of brings it down. The Bootmakers, like you couldn't come up with anything more creative than the Bootmakers.
They probably sell a lot of boots in El Paso.
No, I'm sure they do, but it's just like
keep saying he sees a rocking that hat.
Yeah, like the logo I like, but I really feel like the name kind of brings it down a little bit.
Right.
How do we feel about the Lehigh Valley tomato pie? That's one that they've actually.
Oh my God, that's so bad. That's a City Connect.
And see, I like the food one, but it's just like that's not. I mean, you see that just logo on the hat, you're just like, what the fuck is that?
Right.
You've got to be able to discern it somewhat. I know. No fire, dumpster fire on that shit.
City Connect.
How about the olive burgers?
Hell yes,
olive burgers.
Hell yes, we talked about this. Damn it.
Why? But why is it an olive burger? That sounds disgusting.
Who cares?
What's an olive on their burger?
He's hitting a dinger, dude.
What is this swing that he's got here? He's
clearly hitting a ground ball through the hole. Like
that's not that.
That's
dude,
a line drive.
Look at the launch angle, bro. Come on.
The launch angle, dude. The launch angle is like 12.
His hands are backwards. This is very weird. This logo is very disturbing.
I mean, it's a burger with olives. It doesn't know what it is.
Are his hands backwards?
Mookie over here trying to do the motion. He's like,
I'm like, but when you finish, you kind of end up like that. Still, like, I don't know. It's kind of the same.
How do we feel about the Memphis barbecue nachos?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's just like what, like you look at
Yeah.
it, like just the nachos on the hat. You're like, what the hell is that?
You know what this is, though? No, what this is? These last two. This is where someone was responsible for sending like the special food item of the game or of the day or whatever off to the one menu printer, but they accidentally sent it to like the design like uniform shop. So instead of sending to like Gordon Food Service, we need a bunch of shit for nachos, they sent it to the uniform store.
The uniform store.
And they were like, okay, you want a bunch of nachos on a jersey? Cool. We'll whip that up for you.
Trying to see if we can find any other ones here. It's been a while since
I was going to say there's a lot there, but like, what are those pink and red ones?
The ones that you brought up the other day, like that I didn't even send you, like they're fire. The Las Vegas one, the sample platter thing.
Oh yeah, the belly busters.
Yeah, the belly buster.
Where was that one at? Yeah, there it is. The belly buster, the Las Vegas belly busters, and it's just a plate with like crab, like eggs.
What the hell? Clearly,
is it steak up top? Because that's what I couldn't figure out.
I think that's
is that
steak.
steak?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I could not figure that out.
We got steak, we got crab legs, we got lobster,
cherry pie,
asparagus, cherry pie, and an egg.
See, the asparagus for me is why.
That's your why? Because I feel like the egg and the cherry pie are like wildly.
Well, you gotta have some dessert to go with your belly buster, right? And the egg is just like a cheap way to add more protein.
You've got to have a green vegetable like steak, asparagus. Like, yeah, that's fine. And asparagus goes well with seafood. Like, that makes sense. But the cherry pie and the egg, like, that's weird. That's where I draw the line. I love cherry pie.
Don't you dare serve me a cherry pie with my dinner, God damn it. I will send it back, says Scott.
I want it afterwards. I'm a cherry pie after
is that what it is?
Kind of guy.
You need a separate plate. Is that what it is? Okay.
Separate but equal.
Yeah.
Race card.
Oh, no race.
Hold up. There's breaking news. I no longer have to turn red and get embarrassed whenever Scott makes race jokes on the show anymore, because there's a TikTok trend that has that is saying gingers are black people, and I have never felt more accepted in my life. I am so happy. Every video I see that pops up on my algorithm is like, redheads, welcome. You're part of the crew. You're coming to the cookout. You don't bring anything. You just bring plates and napkins this year, but, well, you're allowed in. We love you. We accept you. It has been amazing. And the funniest thing about the whole thing is, like, redheads are just like, finally, somebody loves us. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Great. I'm happy to be black. I am so pumped, guys. I don't have to be embarrassed when Scott tries to embarrass me anymore. Me and Scott, I'm blacker than Scott now.
But I've never really tried to embarrass you. Like, it's just come along the way. But hey, welcome, my gold digger. Welcome to the tribe, baby.
Our show got so much cooler. Like, we were a nerdy fucking show. Now we're pretty damn cool, man.
I don't know. Let's get Pope talking real quick, and then we'll become the coolest. He's from Chi-Town. We got a Pope from Chi-Town. Long last, Chi-Town has reigned and poped him.
This shit kills me too, because you said in the group chat, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I listened to the explanation, and I was like, "Okay, all right, there it is. Can't argue with that logic." Like, there. All right,
real quick, before we stop talking about baseball too, Dick Mountain signed a minor league deal with the Kansas City Royals. Dude, 45 years old. Dick Mountain is back in baseball, baby.
All right, so I got the boys a little, like, these little hats, little baseball hats that are like they're on a little stand. And Kieran really wanted a Cincinnati Reds one, but I couldn't find one. We keep pulling these blind bags. No Reds ones are coming up. So I order one off of eBay. And the guy sent a pack of cards, like just random cards along with it as like a, hey, thanks for buying my shit. Here, take some baseball cards too. So I'm going through the cards with the boys. Dick Mountain card in the pool. And I was like, this is mine. I'm taking this card, boys. And dude goes, who's Rich Hill? And I was like, it's Dick Mountain. All right. And he pushes. That man pushes.
Dude, 45 years old. Give it up, man. You love the game to be out there signing a minor league deal at 45. That's
Hell
wild.
yeah, man. That's fantastic. Also, I guess we could real quick, since we're still on baseball. Gabe said Pete Rose with the melting.
Something happened to Pete Rose?
I don't know what happened there, so I don't know what's going on. All I know is that he should never be in the Hall of Fame forever and ever because his better.
Well, duh. Nothing to see here.
Consent.
I'm black, guys. I'm black. I'm so
Consent
excited.
is the 11th commandment.
That I am. I'm so excited.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Mookie, if I hear you say ginger with a hard R, it's on site.
it's on.
Right?
It's on. Well, look. This makes me feel better because if my son does end up growing to be,
Don't say it. You can't say it.
Hard R?
You can't say it the other way either. That's our word. You can't. Come on. Mookie can't be saying it. You can't be spouting off the G word. Are you kidding me? Come on, Scott. That's our word.
Mike back out here reclaiming shit, calling cultural appropriation on things.
I mean,
You can't be saying the G word.
hey, once you're in, man, all the rules apply.
Hey, it's all good.
It's there's a lot of DEI on this. The scales have tipped, man.
Yeah.
We were 2.5 white co-hosts, and now we're 1.5 black co-hosts. This is
Hell
amazing.
yeah.
What a shift.
Because we taking over.
Show is heavily tilted. 50-50 now, motherfuckers. Let's go.
This might be the best discovery this show's ever made.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm so happy. Like I feel like I'm like
how does he feel alive? Don't you?
juvenile. I'm like, look at them. There's people that like us. Oh, that's great. All those kicking ginger days, and you ain't got no soul. And now I could be like, fuck you, man. I'm black, and people can't say shit to me. People say shit to me. What's the Pope update? We got a Pope. Sarah pointing out he's a big Pope.
Yeah. Big East Pope, yeah. It was not Pizza Doodle or whatever. Pizza
Bella.
Pizza Bella. Right. Was not that. I didn't win the pool. The guy wasn't that far of a long shot, but wasn't quite a favorite. Apparently he was appointed to head up the office of the bishops that like screens all the new bishops coming in. Is a very prestigious position. So, knowing that, I maybe would have made some different moves, but it was fun. It was a good time.
Made some different moves, he says.
This is the guy who earlier in the show was like, listen, if you're betting on the NBA draft lottery, you got a problem.
Then you degenerate.
I lost money on who's going to be the next leader of the Catholic Church.
Whoa, hey, it was $5. Winner took home $225. That's a nice little return. That's tidy, right? Like, why not?
How did you guys do this? Did you get to select your name in like a block pool type situation, or was it just pull a name out of a hat and your pizza bell?
It is literally the exact same mechanism we use for the spelling bee and the dog show. You just take all the entrants, you take all the people who enter the pool, you take all the people competing, and then just randomly assigns an equal number to everybody, and that's who you get. And then whoever wins, that's how you take home the prize.
Very nice. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Tyson saying the new Pope grew up 2 towns away from me in the Chicago suburbs.
So how'd you turn out like that and he's Pope?
Ooh. The new pope grew up 2 states away from where I lived.
I was just gonna say, proof that proximity has absolutely nothing to do with how you'll turn it out in life.
That's a weird flex.
Why'd you turn out that way? He ended up pope. Because I didn't live 2 streets over? I don't know. I got mixed up along the way. If only I'd been born and lived 2 streets over, everything would have fallen into place. I could have been pope. I could have been a contender.
I could have been a contender.
I could have made it out of the hood, but lousy living conditions. 2 blocks, missed it by that much.
Miller for 3. Oh, he backed it in. We're going to overtime.
Oh, goodness gracious. That's funny. Yeah. Michigan's saying the newly elected false idol is a dirty sock.
Yeah,
I told somebody that. Everybody was like, Chicago. I was like, I don't think Cubs fans are going to be that pleased. Like, as soon as they found that out, it was kind of over. Like, they were happy he was from Chicago. It was like, oh, he's a Sox fan. Fuck him.
No, if you remember at the beginning, they thought he was a Cubs fan.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, as soon as that got flipped, it was like there were a whole bunch of Chicago people that were like, it's not that cool anymore.
All I know is that the Chai Sox were a little early.
Chai Sox.
The Chai Sox could have waited a little bit, and instead of riding the Bulls' coattails, could have ridden the Pope's coattails. We could have had
that's fire. That's fire.
That could have been the City Connects that we won't get to see now because instead we get to see the Bulls ones. Fellas, let's wrap this show talking just a little bit of hockey. If Mookie didn't move the goddamn drop.
But hey, as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
You took so fucking long. I was like, look, I'm gonna bail him out here. Can't get mad at me about that.
Matt Barr was right at the beginning of the show where he said most of my gray hairs are caused by you. Most of what I'm dealing with all right here, this is all Mookie. This is Mookie. If you notice during the show, I'm always pulling at my beard, trying to prevent me reaching through the screen and fucking choking Mookie out. I've rubbed the color off of my beard. I've got to keep some red so that I can stay black. I don't think former redheads count as black. So I got to keep some red. So Mookie, if you ruin this for me, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
You can get that white beard. You can look like Lovey. Let's do this.
Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. Speaking of Holy Jesus, Sarah saying 2025 communion wine sponsored by Malort. Yeah, Scott, how about that hockey? What's up with these playoffs?
Crazy playoffs, right?
Hockey be happening, yo. Colorado's out, so am I.
There it is, craft food sports expert here, folks. So how about these beers we drinking tonight, Mike?
Hold on. I got to get this from Scott because, Scott, there's an outside chance. Now, you have said from the beginning of the
Canada Cup
that maybe this is the year that we should let Canada bring the cup back to try to make amends and show, hey, we're not all on that team over here. We got a shot because Edmonton looks unreal right now. They are just raw dogging through the playoffs. And then on the other side, Toronto went up early 2-0 against the Panthers. They've lost 2 to even out the series, but they basically have home ice advantage in a 3-game series. So if they get past Florida, there's a good chance they're getting past either the Hurricanes or the Capitals. So is this our best chance for an all-Canada Stanley Cup final? Or is this
You left out Winnipeg, who is tied 1-1 with Dallas right now in the second period. So they've got a chance to tie their series, and then you have 3 Canadian teams in contention.
I left them out only because I don't think they get past Edmonton. I don't think anybody gets past Edmonton. I think Edmonton is winning the like they're marching through. So even if Winnipeg does move on, I still think Edmonton comes out of that side of the bracket. So Scott, does Toronto make it to give us an all Canada Stanley Cup final?
That's what we need. I mean, we owe it to Canada, just like I said, to make sure that they know they've still got friends on this side, and they can take back their cup. I mean, I'm not saying for like long term, like we'll let them borrow it, like it'll be ours, but like they can have it this weekend, right? Like
so
it gets at your house, but it'll be ours. But
so Scott is giving them the NFL, the NCAA treatment right now. This is what he's saying.
Yeah, like we're the NFL and they're the NCAA.
Right.
Like, hey, you can hold it, you can look at it, you can touch it, but like I'm gonna need that back. Like, it's good faith, and like we want to know we're still friends. You still have allies over here, but also that motherfucking cup's still ours. Just so you know,
because hockey be happening. Y'all. As Matt Barr said, that might need to be the new Dropkins, man. Like y'all can hold it because hockey be happening, but when it's done. You can just hold on to this for a minute, though.
Like it'll be like the tariff cup when Canada plays against each other.
Shit, wait a minute. So like, when we get it back from them, do we have to pay tariffs on it?
No. Like we'll stop the tariffs when the cup's over there. Like, you know, we can't be tariffed. Like that's part of the deal. It's like, hey, here's your cup back, and also we're sorry about the tariffs.
All of this to say that what's probably now going to end up happening is the team from Washington, D.C. that's led by a Russian is the one. Pretty much what's
I really don't want that to happen, but it's like it's likely.
But that's going to happen. Like that's the world we live in, the timeline that we're on.
And then Ass Hat's going to make his face shown at every one of those fucking games. We're like, I'm a hockey guy, Wayne Gretzky. I love Canadians.
Accurate.
He's gonna be in the stadium doing the two.
Yeah, oh god, you already know it. Hey, look at my Russian confidant down there. I mean, comrade.
By the way, we gotta go back real quick before we wrap up the show because Gabe said odds we ever get a black pope. Gabe, news, buddy, we got one. Leo the 14th is black. And not because he's a ginger, like he's black. Scott, were you shocked by that revelation when I dropped that in the group chat this week?
I was. The percentages came out not in our favor, but I guess we'll take it. It's not great, but it'll do. I feel like this is some real Elizabeth Warren type shit, but and we're gonna run with it.
What are you talking about, Elizabeth? No, this is like his paternal side or maternal side is like one grandparent is mixed race and then the other grandparent is Black Creole mixed race. Like they're
I know, but he don't look like one of us, there's no distinguishing characteristics.
I've been accepted. So.
Hey, yeah, well, but if you're gonna be Pope, the bar's a little higher. Like redheads just get in. Y'all have struggled for long enough. First black pope we can't make concessions, sorry.
It's gotta be a real one.
You gotta be like black. You gotta be like blackety black. Like
we need a pope that MAGA doesn't have to look through his tweets first before they decide to hate him. We need one
right.
And they go, nope, don't like that.
Yes, exactly. We want them to be threatened, to be extra threatened by the Pope. Like, nope, I absolutely don't want that. Don't care what he believes in. Don't want that.
I got nothing to add. I'm on the outside looking in. I'm good. Biscuit did say if he can't say it with getting got, he ain't.
Amen. Praise be. Oh shit.
Praise be.
Here's what we were drinking.
Tyson.
What an amazing. And Tyson said, I think Ginger's being black is the plot of the movie Sinners. I haven't seen that one. I've heard it's a good movie.
Yeah, I need to do that. I haven't yet either.
Scott, what was in your mug tonight? Dog or no dog?
We went back to the Urban Artifact well, and they continue to pump out the hits. This time it was Giggle Mug. Their fruited sour, 8.3%, had all the fruit. It's a dog. If you see it, grab it. Amazing. Like Urban Artifact is just good. Like they've made me crave these sours. Like I really enjoy them now.
Mookie, what'd you have? Dog or no dog?
I had Tangerine Yum Yum, a Tangerine Kolsch from Denver Beer Company.
Not a single yum to be found.
Not a single yum to be found. Now, to be fair, it is 2 years old, so maybe that's on me, but, you know, it was fine.
You lost a yum per year.
That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
You would waited one more, it would have been negative yums.
You'd owed that beer a yum.
Well, I still got one more down in the fridge, so we could wait it out and see.
The yums have degraded.
Right.
It's a terrible yum shelf life on this one. I had broccoli from Other Half, 7.9%.
Oh, I saw that on the show.
I hopped, dude.
That's the one because I saw the logo and I was like, broccoli. Yeah. I was like, does that mean it's like brewed with broccoli? What the fuck is it? It's just the name of the beer?
It's just the name of the beer. It's not actually brewed with broccoli, which I was kind of disappointed to find out. Because
I almost grabbed that.
Dude, beer with a serving of vegetables, that would be a game changer.
Yeah, it legit says on there does not include broccoli. False advertising bullshit. Because if I get a pumpkin beer that doesn't contain pumpkin, I'm going to be kind of pissed off. I brought
kinda. Very.
But it's good. It's very good. Scott, it's not a two-brusher. It's like
no.
maybe one and a quick swish of mouthwash. You're fine on this one.
I might end up having to pick that one up.
It's absolutely good. Absolutely good. Gabe said sorry for the fake news. I'm like, hey, Gabe, don't beat yourself up, man. We're on the same team. We're good. You're fine. Mookie, you can't fall away from the microphone like that.
I'm not saying nothing, but some people are saying.
You can't fall away from the microphone.
Some people are saying.
My beer was the dog, by the way. Fellas, this was a show.
Yeah, it was.
Show
Facts.
that we did and we put out onto the internet for other people to see. I'm actually pretty proud of that. For tuning in. We really appreciate it. We should just get a recording of Matt Barr doing this because he nailed this outro last
He
time.
really does.
I love that the one who is not on the show every week was the one who nailed the outro. Well, the two who co-host with me were like,
hey, I had the intro covered,
There's
man.
a lot of things, a lot of stuff is said. I just, thanks everybody. That's what I got. Snow bunnies.
We appreciate you all tuning in. Be sure to subscribe. Give that thumbs up button a smash. Share us out. Tell your friends to subscribe. We're trying to grow this thing. So thank you for supporting us here on YouTube and wherever you listen to the show. Follow the show at Crafty Sports. We're on all the major social media platforms. It's show between the shows. Join the Facebook group. It's the only reason to have Facebook. It's the comment section come to life. Everybody you see chiming in there is in the Facebook group. It's a good time. So go check that out. Shout out Belly Up Sports, bellyupsports.com. Tons of great content there, and tons of great pods on the Belly Up Sports Media Network. Go give them a listen, rate, review, all that good stuff. We will see you all next week. Cheers, everybody.
I could have been Pope. I could have been a contender.
You'll never walk alone. Horns up.
I don't know much about your show or what's going on.